Earth signs, welcome to Empress Angel Tarot. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well this week. We're doing a weekly reading. I've decided there is a contract. I don't know if you guys can see the cards clearly. Yesterday it kind of went blurry on me, so I had to clean my screen, but I think it was an omen for the fire sign reading, so luckily nothing's blurry right now. Let me just check. So it looks like there's a contract, or there was a contract with a gentleman, and take it as it resonates, male or female. It's not sexually based. So there's a contract and a victory with a gentleman, and there was a situation where you found victory in that. You were planning. You guys were possibly in a union, or but for me, I'm gauging that this is about career. It's a career oriented reading, and you were having a good time, everything was all good, and what you were implementing or what you were planning was coming to fruition, and the strategies and certain, excuse me, let me just take a sip of my water here. And it seemed like someone was afraid to voice their thoughts. I think that with this work relationship, somebody had, I think, caught feelings, if you will. Whomever this is for, it seems that someone has stepped into that energy where they have not only engaged in a career endeavor with a person, but also a romantic situation here, which seems like an attachment was placed. I think that given the fact that maybe this intrigued a person, what a wonderful notion to imagine having a work relationship and a romantic relationship with somebody. I think that you have to remember that maybe that specific thing didn't work out in your favor, and it was alarming to you, where you may have been brokenhearted because you may have told this person your feelings and they didn't feel the same way, which happens, and it's not your fault. It has nothing to do with your character or who you are. It's just that maybe what you felt wasn't the same thing someone else felt, and you had to walk away, and it caused you anxiety and possibly to kind of question the business relationship. In this situation, I personally have been in this situation before, in the reverse, but the thing is that you're gonna have to decide, right? Because I think you're feeling anxious now and indecisive about going forward with the strategies and the abundance coming in. You need to take time to balance yourself out, and to kind of rest and rejuvenate your thoughts on figuring out what possibilities there are, and take action. And I say that, and what I mean by that is, I think now it's time for you to, for the both of you to make a decision, because romantic feelings have come into play. That's just like anything, really. When you are capable of separating the two, which maybe the other party was like, okay, well, I thought we were just going into this business thing, or maybe you thought, hey, maybe let's do a FWB situation. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. I'm not going to attempt. So for those of you guys who understand what the acronym is, you'll know. So friends with, etc., right? So it seems that maybe one party caught more feelings than the other and felt rejected because they didn't feel the same way, or maybe it was just bad timing altogether. It seems like maybe that person's not ready. Maybe they do have feelings, they don't want to say it. And honest with yourself, rather, and allow these things to unfold naturally. If you voice this to one another, you have to kind of focus, okay, you know what, we're a solid team, as you know, as a solid we're a solid team working with one another. But if there's going to be this animosity or this built up anger or underlining issue of pain and heartbreak, because you became emotionally attached to the person, I think that you need to kind of take a step back, weigh out the pros and cons, and see if you're still able to separate the two. Time, find the balance if you can. If you cannot, be open with yourself and the other party and tell them that it's just not going to work for you, because unfortunately you've developed unforeseen emotions that, you know, are going to lead this connection, business partnership different from everyone else around you or surrounding you. You always felt like you were misunderstood, misunderstood, period. I think that, having said that, you also want to be seen. So I think that you should stop working so hard at being normal in other people's eyes, meaning following the crowd, doing what everyone does, going for drinks, or maybe you're not a drinker, you don't drink alcohol. Don't force yourself to be something you're not and put up a facade to kind of play a role that you think would attract people, because that's not being in your authentic self and allowing yourself to be yourself. So just know that it's okay. Be yourself, live in your truth. Do not let anyone shake or break you. It is of the utmost importance. So, Earth signs, that is all I have for you today. Know that I read for your protection from others, and more importantly from yourself. And live in your purpose, live in your truth, and do not let anyone tell you otherwise, because you are special and you matter. Always remember that. Take care, guys.